Time for bed, right? Let's do something real quick. Hebrew 252256. We got a full house. Man's a full house. Everything is in the center row. All we need is these three numbers and we have everything. 6 comes out of 222. 3 levels. We do it in two different kind of numerological counts. One is in Chaldean, one is in regular numbers. We get basically the same result. This design is a battery and creates the lumid. It also creates the 3-point field goal stand. You ever see the 3-point field goal stand? It's in yellow and it's got a curve because this is the field goal stand, right? Here is number 2. This is number 5. It's in the middle of play, right? It comes up to the goal line, or in the NFL, it comes up to the back line. This is the middle of the play. This is the way Reish brings from the 2 world and just bends over. Reish comes in and puts up the field goal. You got the field goal, you got 3 points, you got creation. Inside of here, you have Herbie, number 53, electric company, Herbie, and northern Quebec. Where Biash, Baruch Atah Adonai, inside of the word Hebrew. We are the batch. I don't know what that means, but Aldous Huxley certainly did. We are the one pocket. We are the brew. Tishrei. I believe. I believe says Jewish. The word je in French is I. I wish. Je crois. Inside croix, it says king. Inside the C letter, okay, if you start playing with all the letters, the C, you can also put the T in front of it, and it says we are 3. I believe in 3. If you go down a little deeper to I believe, je crois, Jewish and Hebrew, you become to Irish. I wish. Irish. I wish. If you come to Ireland, and if there was anybody that was French in Ireland in the early time, the French removed the H from everything because it was silent, or the people that spoke with the French didn't understand anything at all. So they said it was Ireland when it could have been Hireland. The 3-leaf clover could have been something else because of the language difference we misinterpret. Hebrew, Irish, Tishrei, all fits in one bag. We're going to jump on to something else. Something else I want to jump onto right now is something that I could not figure out that I just figured out right now. There's 2 angles that we have to look at. One is the 45-degree angle and one is the 90-degree angle. This is the way we can determine what our values are inside the dice cube, inside the squares. A 45-degree angle will bring me to 122. 90 and 32 is 122, and then it reduces 9 for the birth. We add, because we take away 20%. 20% of 45 is 9. Take away 9 from 122 is 113. Add to 113, we get 91. We get the spirit. 122 times 3 is 366 days a year. And I did work out that 366 days a year. I have a schedule for 360 degrees all the way up a little bit higher to 361, to 362, to 363, to 364, which is 13 moons by 28 days, to 365, which is something very special. 365, 3 years before the leap year, gives you 1095. 10, 6 in the place of the 0 becomes 1695, becomes the light of the birth. So inside 45 degrees, which is the sun, representation of the sun in the passage, the foxhole, equals to 113. The number I kept coming up with 113. 1 to 113 becomes 114. It becomes Abraham. If you add the 1 to the number 14, it becomes 105. Becomes the hand of God, in which becomes, which one does it become next? Number 26. 165. 165. 1 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 and 2 is 5. 3 times 2 is 6. 165. If we go to the 90-degree angle, I get the 212. That is your 5. 212 here, 122 here. In the 45-degree and a 90-degree. What is this? Oh, sorry. Celsius and Fahrenheit. CF, 3 and 6 creation. The total is 334. 343. SS. 1919, 77 Christ. We reduce this 212 to 194. The spirit is in Uranus, in the birth of Pluto, and the mind of Mars. If we go to the minus section, we become minus in the gateway of 45, and it becomes 7 times 7, which is the green gates. 7 times 7 is 49, becomes the green gates because of pull. And the orange sun if we go to the horse racing, but I can't put them all in now. I'm going to confuse you, not that I already didn't. So when we go to the minus side, we get minus 130. 90 and 90 is 180. 180, take away 32. 180, 170, 160, 150, 148. Plus 20% equals to 130. 130 becomes 136 when 0 becomes 6, bringing in the light inside 5. 9 is the birth. 96 is your rotation. 45 doesn't need any additions to it because 45 doesn't have a 0. But 4 times 5 is 20. 4 plus 5 is 9, equals to 29 plus 6 equals to 35. Electric company, Hebrew. This is how we bring the two together. Now, minus 130 flat and 212 is 342. 342 is the vibration with inside area 51. Where is area 51? Here's the dice. In the center of this dice, the face of your phone is the 5, but the 1 position takes its place. So now I figured out these numbers over here. I hope I don't throw it away. Now here's your angles, 1, 2, and 6. If we go in time, 126 in time is actually 120. If you add up 1 to 15 in the pool balls, it equals to 120. If you add up 1 to 20 in the darts, it equals to 210. If you add up 120 in the pool balls, there's 15 balls. Add the first ball to the last ball is the cue ball. You end up with 16. Add 1 to 16, and you get 136, and that is the creation light, the same light we got from the 90 degrees in birth. Where does that 90 come from? 9, 18, 27, 36, 90. So now we have 1, 2, 3. Both sides of 1, you can turn them. You can turn this 8 ways, and you still get 1. 8 ways, 4 ways, and 4 ways. Why? You turn it to this side, to this side, to this side, to this side, and you get 360 by 4 is 1440 times 2, because of the 2 different angles that we get, equals to 288. The same 288, which is in the Mayan calendar, of 1.25 times 288, which is 5 times 5 times 5 is 125, will equal 360 degrees. I put the 1 with the 2, I get 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 0. Area 51 is the passage light. Here's your swastika. 2 numbers, this way and this way. What is this? On this side, we cut off this part here, and we cut off this part here in the swastika because of this. We must cut it off the 6 dice. The 6 dice here, the 6 dice here. Truck turning a corner, watch out for the truck, caution for the truck. Do you notice the north-south, right? Right here, inside low shoe gives you 91. If it's not low shoe, it gives you T and H, time heaven. This one over here is void and empty, unless I turn it. This is east and west. I need this in the center to connect these 2 sides. If I put that in the center of this dice, this 1 dice in the middle of 6, I now create my H. The I is side to side. I put it over here now. The I is what creates your time heaven, and your 46, Israel Zion, creates the other way. So here's your swastika over here. When you implement this over here, I have to take out the 3. So now I have 1 inside 2 of 6. 1, 2, 6. Your swastika, your swastika. Now here's another formation. When I take the 2 formations together and I put them together on this angle, I can put it this way, but right now I'm working here. If you take a close look, there on these lines over here, they create fish, okay? The fish eye, there's only 1 eye for the fish. The fish goes this way and this way. They go all the way around, okay? Only from these squares. In order to see it perfectly, I'd have to just design 1. This becomes x24, x24 with the open space connecting the arms equals to 15. 15, 24, 24, 63. 63 and 63, 126. 63 and 63, 126. 252, the Mayan calendar says 25,625 is right here. So you get 126 on this corner and this corner. Why don't you need any more? Because the other dice is going up and down. Here's your dice. I got 2 corners. I got the 6 corner and the 5, and it automatically reflects 1 and 2. 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. What's going up and down? 4 and 3, the DC energy plug-in. Where can we plug this in? We'll plug it in right here. 1 here and 1 here inside this to make everything work, to bring the light. East and west, we put a cap on this over here if I want. I turn this into a Magen David. But because I didn't do it and you can't see it, you can say Haikak and garnished, right? So this, if we continue to do all the sides, we would get 6 sides with the same fancy face. 6 times 63 is 378. What do we have to add, or what do we have to move? We have to add 6 more for the total value of the maximum amount of dots, equaling to 384. 8, 6, 8. 8 times 8 is 64, times 6 equals to 384, the Hebrew leap year. So we have it now. We have to understand the X in this fashion shows me a 45-degree angle, and when I take it away and I put it this way, it shows me the 90-degree angle. When it's flat, it's the 90. You see the 90? It becomes a plus sign in here, and then multiply, and then it's plus. So now you have to understand where we get the multiply and plus from these 2 angles over here, where these corners are now XX, and these corners, now they're plus signs. This is a plus here, this is a plus here. These 2 go together, plus and plus. These 2 go together, plus and plus. East and west, north and south, bring me in the light. I have tied up what? I tied up the moon. How did I tie up the moon in this? I'm going to show you on the next page. Now I tied the moon. You have a minute or two? I want to show you the one of the better ones. I have a few of them. Let me do this real quick. My God, where is it? Where is it? I know I'm not going to find this right away, right? Am I? I'm looking. Give me a second. It's not that I didn't have it prepared. It's just that there's just so much here. And I just did this in a video yesterday. So just give me 1 more minute, okay? Put it on pause. Oh, okay. I have one of them. One of them is right here. One of them is right here. This here is your calculator. You see the 5? Okay. You see where it says 1, 2, 4, 5? 1, 2, 4, 5. In between where that space is this circle over here. You see 5, 7, 8, 4? That's there. You see 9, 8, 5, 6? That's there. And 5, 6, 2, 3? That's there. In between are the numbers 3, 4. In between here is the numbers 3, 4, 7, 6. The diameter of the moon, the clover, and the word gold. But I definitely do want to show you this in a design that I showed you yesterday. If you want to see what happened to the Irish, the lucky Irish, it's inside protected. The light, the flame, is caused by the fan of the flame in the club is caused by the fan club. Let me see if I have this in here. It's not here. I know it's 2 minutes. I know. So let me check in this book over here. If it's not in here, we'll just have to leave it the way it is. I showed this design the other day, and I'm not happy. I'm going to use 2 minutes of your time, but by the time you get to where we are, I'm already going to tell you that I wasted 2 minutes and to skip over the 2 minutes. Part of it also stands over here. This and this is 3 and 7, blocking the fan from moving, overheating our bodies, rotting them away. This is part of the swastika. This is number 4, 6, 2, and 8. This connects 1 to 3. This one connects 1 to 7. This one connects 7 to 9. This one connects 3 to 6. They're all red on the outside. Just because I did not find what I was looking for, I'm going to tell you that 1 times 360 gives me 360. 1 times 361, 1 times 362. So with 1, I can do it. 2 times 180. 2 times 182 equals 364, 28 days times 13 moons. 2 times 183 gives me 366 days for the birth in a leap year. 3 times 120 equals to 360. 3 times 121 equals 363, creation of man. 3 times 122, which skips over the last moon and gives me the leap year. I do not get the moon out of 3 times 122. I get the leap year for the birth. 4 times 90 is the birth creation of the 4 corners. Of the 4 corners is 4 by 90 is 360. 4 by 91 is the same thing as 7 by 13 equals to 91. 4 times 91 equals to 364. That gives me the moon. I cannot do it again. If I do it 4 times 92, I get 368. 368 is communication of the cat. Why? Because 7 and 3 is 10. 6 and 8 is a creation of Venus. Venus is the cat. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. 5 times 72 is the clock. 5 times 73 is Nibiru's sun, equals to 365 days, and I'm missing the 0.25, which can be worked out if I multiply 5 times 73.2. And again, that adds in the Venus world. 6 times 60, which now you must play with it and go 6 times 66. 396 rotation, because we can't work with 60. You can't work in the middle. 3 times 61. 61 is the light of Saturn, or the Saturn lights. It is the light that is the passage. 3 times 61. 6 times 61 is 366, which gives you the birth in the leap year, skipping over the moon. 7 times 52. 7 times 52 equals 364, the gateway through the moon. 8 times 45 gives you 360. 364 divided by 8 equals 45.5, the sun. The passage of the sun, the spirit of 76. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 equals 55. 45 is 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 equals to 29. Plus 6 equals standards and pores, which is the spirit side. Now 9 times 40 equals 360. DNA 41 times 9 equals rotation 369, creation of the whatever you want to call it, but when you flip it over, it becomes 6, 9, and E, the E world of 6 and 9. So now we did all the numbers and how they work, 40s and 400s. The reality of what we do at 40 is because with 40 and 41 is the only time you can go. If you go 40 times in Monopoly and you get back to go, you have done 41. But there's still one thing missing. You must go 41 to play the game to end up with 42. The only time you can get the Mediterranean with 2 dice is when you dice 41 on the dice. 41 on the dice, 40 from go, equals to 41 plus 42 equals to 81, 82, and 83. 81 is Venus. 81 is AH. The first time that A actually exists, it exists in H, because the summary of all is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then A again in the piano, where H and A come together next to 7G and B, which comes to 6, 7, 1, 2, and the reality of 1, 2, and 0. 1, 2, and 0 are right over here again. Inside of 7, 7 and 0, 8 and 1, 9 and 2, 7, 7, 7. 0, 1, 2. 210. Becomes 216, or 9 days times 24 hours is 216, and we link to the Mayan calendar. We add it in over here, which we have to remember, we cannot use 13 hours. You must use 9 hours and 15 minutes. Why? Because 0, 0 becomes 9 hours and 66. You use 9 hours and 15 minutes. You have the passage inside of here. Where's that 15? Oh, right over here. This 51 is Mars. Earth is 52. You put them together, you have Mercury, total of 103. Mercury 103 becomes 163, and we have the creation within the light of Saturn, Mercury, Mars, and Earth. So we take over here 9 hours, okay, is 540, plus 15 minutes is 555. 9 hours, 15 minutes is 555. And then we add up the rest of this. 555 over to this total is 251. 5 and 2 is Earth. 5 and 1 is Mars. 5, 2, and 1 is memory. 5, 2, and 1 because it's in the center. Add the 1 again. It's now 2, 5, and 6. Or, excuse me, take away the 5. It's, what did I have now? 2, 5, and 1. I was going good. It was going real good. It was going real good. Whatever it is, I end up with the 120 again, because 120 is 121, 120 is 125, and 120 is 126, because you must go through the passage, okay, of the light. You need the light, you need the spirit, you need the birth, and you need the door of the seventh gate. Opened, closed, open, closed, open, closed. You need something in the fireplace, the duct, to block or to open up, to let the heat out and not to let the cold in. So we need the seventh gate in the fireplace. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. This is where I get my 120, my 201, my whatever it is with 120, and it becomes the 70. Everybody's been looking for that 70, 40, and 30. 46 and 36. Creation of Zion, Israel, equals to 82, which is time heaven. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 is 16 and 10, 26. And we have Zell. Thank you for watching.